So I want you to hear the difference between the word gross and grows. They both have S's in their spelling, but notice one actually sounds like a Z. It's a Z sound. And the difference between an S and a Z is voicing. I'm going to teach you something today that's going to blow your mind. When it comes to English pronunciation, I don't know, it blows my mind when I teach clients and it blows their minds. So I'm hoping that you're on the same page here. This one thing will help improve your clarity when you're speaking, and especially if you're someone who is often misunderstood when you're speaking English. I'm going to teach you about voicing, why it matters, how to know when you're doing it right, how to be able to correct yourself, and I'm going to give you resources for how to perfect your skills and get really good. Okay, so let's get going. Voicing. Why is voicing important? So the first reason why voicing is important is because it actually influences the sound of your speech. It influences how deep or how low toned your voice is. The more voicing in your speech, the overall lower your pitch is. But more important than that, I think probably the most important reason is because it's one thing that will help you be understood when you're speaking English. So that changes the entire meaning of many, many words in English. And I do want to focus primarily on the ends of words. And the reason is that's generally where most of my clients have their issues. Not to say that voicing in the middle of words and such aren't always a problem, but it's like a 90% issue at the ends of words and a little bit in the middle. So let's talk about the ends of words just to get you the most bang for your buck. Now, what is voicing? Voicing just means our voice is on. And what does that mean? Our vocal folds, which are here, some people point and they say their voice box, it's their larynx. This is where your voice is created. If your voice is on, what I want you to do is feel a vibration on your throat. Okay, so here's an example. Zzz, make a Z sound and feel the vibration. That vibration on your throat means your vocal folds are vibrating, so your voice is on. Versus an unvoiced sound in English would be like an H sound. There's no vibration, it's just air flowing out. So to simplify things, all vowels are voiced. Doesn't matter the vowel. A, E, O, U. It doesn't matter. Try them all. Touch your throat and see if you feel that vibration on your throat. When it comes to consonants, we have some voiced consonants and some unvoiced consonants. And the greatest part here is I'm going to prove to you that you never have to memorize which are voiced and which aren't voiced, because you're going to know immediately. We're going to start with a bit of a crutch, and then we're going to take that crutch away, and you will immediately know if a sound or consonant is voiced or voiceless, just from this trick. All right, the first thing I want you to do, we'll start with the crutch. Touch your throat. Right here, I want you to feel a vibration. I'm going to say a consonant sound, and I want you to decide, is this voiced or is this not voiced, an unvoiced sound? Okay, are you ready? Put your hand on your throat. Make the P sound. Now we're not adding an to it, we're just saying the P. You might feel a bit of a pop, but are you feeling a vibration? No, there's no vibration, it's a voiceless sound. Let's try another. G, 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 G. The G sound. Did you feel a vibration there on your throat? Yes, it's a voiced sound. Let's do two more, okay? Let's do the R sound. Did you feel a vibration? You did? Good. If you didn't, try it again. Feel the vibration. Let's try a new one. Let's do t, 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 t. Any vibration? You might feel that pop because the air is coming through, but did you feel a vibration? No. So you now know it's a voiceless sound. So the second thing I want to do is get rid of our crutch. We're not walking around touching our throat and talking, so let's get rid of that. What I want you to do now is to make the sound, but to feel for the vibration. Some people still feel it in their throat when they're making that sound, or they can kind of feel a vibration in their skull a bit. For some people, it's more just hearing that deeper tone. Let's try a couple without the crutch. We'll do a K sound. Did you feel a vibration? Did you hear a deep tone or just air coming out? If you didn't feel it, that's right, it's a voiceless sound. Let's do a V. Did you feel a vibration either on your throat, your skull, your lips, anywhere? Did you hear that deep tone? Yeah, that is a voiced sound. And I'm not testing you on vowels because we already know they're all voiced. Okay, so now you know exactly when a sound is voiced or voiceless. There's no other secret information. You know this now, okay? So feel good about that. Okay, so let's do some practice. Let's practice with the G sound. G, g, g. We know that this is a voiced sound, so we really want to put a bit of voicing on. If we have the word pig, P-I-G, we do not want to create a voiceless sound, but we want to put a tiny bit, very short, very quick, very soft, g, g. Pig, pig. And hear the difference, compare it to pick, pick. Compare the difference in how it feels and hear the voicing difference. Pick, pick a flower versus pig, pig, a pig in a pen. Let's try mug, g, g. Feel that voicing? Mug. Versus muck, muck, just air. So if we are saying there's a lot of muck or dirt or mud around, it's mucky, it's muck. Versus I'm drinking my coffee out of a mug, mug. There should be a bit of voicing there. If any of this information was useful to you, just click on that little thumbs up mitten finger guy, because I want to be able to share this information with a ton of people who are struggling with their English pronunciation. And if you can do that little thing, that will help spread the word and help even more people who are struggling just like you are. So thank you. Let's do a couple S examples because S is a very, very big issue for pretty much every one of my clients. Let's talk about S. We're just going to do the basics. We're going to listen for the Z voicing. Now, it's very important. We are not making a really big Z and really emphasizing the voice. Z. This Z is very short and actually kind of quiet. Z, Z, Z. So we'll start with the word is. Is. Z. I want you to hear the difference if I were to put no voice on. Is. You hear how that's different than is. There's a bit of voicing there. Okay, let's do was. If I didn't put my voice on, it would sound like was. Compared to was. It is and it was. It is and it was. Versus it is and it was. Very different. Let's do a few more. His. Keep it short, a little bit of voicing. We don't want to hear a quick S with no voice. Hiss, like a snake. His. These. Feel that voicing buzz. These. Versus a voiceless would be these. And that would be not the same pronunciation as you can imagine. And let's try one more. Those. Keep the Z sound short, quick, and a tiny bit of voicing. Now, when you're listening to North American English speakers, you might notice that these Zs are almost imperceptible. They're so quick. They're so fast. And sometimes they do sound like an S. And the reason is That voicing is so quick. But I promise you, if you just used an S sound and you inserted just an S, it would sound entirely different. So play around with the shortest little voicing you can, and I really want to encourage you to take a look at some of the other voicing sounds, like the G and the B. If you have a word like job, having that voicing is very different than jop, jop. And if you're looking for additional information and ways to practice this kind of thing, I have a course specifically for this. So, if that's not your thing and you just want to learn online, do this with me. I'm happy. If you want to have everything and all the lessons and practice ready and available to you, check out my website, the link's below. I have a book, an audiobook, a course. I do one-on-one coaching. Whatever I can do to help you guys, I want to make you feel confident and clear. And I want you to feel very good about how you're speaking and to know that you're going to be understood when you speak, because that's the whole point of communicating. And you've already worked so hard to be such a great English speaker. And this is just that higher level skill that makes people feel wonderfully confident when they're speaking. And if you're still ready to learn, check out this video, and I'm going to be talking about the blowing element of speech. In the North American English accent, we do some interesting things with our blowing air. Let's just talk about how to use this in a real way. So check out this video, and I will see you there. Bye.